Hi, welcome back to the garden. We've got a bean from last year or the year before that came up on its own. So what we're going to do is we're going to help it out a little bit. Instead of just letting it just flop over, go ahead and run a string up to this trellis. Yeah, I'm a big one for trellising. I got strings everywhere. I like to use as much vertical space as we can. I know some people like to have their gardens really neat and tidy. I'm about growing food, so I don't really care if it doesn't look real pretty. And it makes picking the beans really easy. I'm just going to kind of help it out just a little bit, gently around those leaves. That'll go up there and start going across that trellis. Now, I told you the other day we were going to thin these out a little bit and put them in a container and take them up to the house. So let's just see what we have going on here. And I did plant these kind of close, so that's why I like this thin shovel. Just go down beside them, and just pop them up. We've got a couple that came up here. Just like with everything else, you just take your thumb in between what you want to separate. You just gently tease them apart. We've got several lettuces right here. I went and put soil in the container before I came out here. You just make a little hole with your finger and just backfill. Snug them in there. That opens that up quite a bit and gives them some room for the other ones to get a little bigger. And we do harvest as we go, and that's one of the ways we thin these out. That's perfect. I think I worked that out. Did I ever tell you the story about how I became a successful weed-free gardener and how I settled on the deep mulch? Pull up a knee and I'll tell you the story. So it was a day kind of like today where, 90 degrees, 80% humidity. I finally had a chance to actually come out and do some work in the garden. It's June like it is now, and the weeds were winning. And I was on my hands and knees and I was digging through the weeds. I'm grabbing it one handful at a time, and they were pretty thick. Now I'm cussing it a little bit. Now I reached down in there and grabbed up a handful. And when I got a snake, and I jumped back and I cracked it, busted my best tomato, jumped up and stepped on a zucchini. Didn't know the zucchini was there, it was hidden by the weeds. And right then and there, I thought there has to be a better way. And since my background is in continuous improvement, I went on a hunt. I'm like, okay, we got to figure out a way that we don't have to weed. So the first thing I came across was the Back to Eden method. Now, Back to Eden is just wood chips. Real thick, heavy layer of wood chips, which is wonderful if you can find them. I didn't know how to find them back then, so I did a little more hunting. And yeah, there's some pre-emergent stuff you can buy and put on, but I didn't want any chemicals. So then what do? Then I stumbled upon leaf mold. And that is just a thick layer of leaves on your garden. As you can see, I'm surrounded by trees, so leaves are one thing that I did have a lot of. Now, it was convincing the boss that this would work. That first year, I just went and raked up all the leaves that I could, and I just layered it on thick, as thick as I could get it, which is about a foot thick across the entire thing. And during that same time, I'd come across several other methods, people using straw, people doing a hugelkultur, which is a very interesting way of gardening. You make a mound, you put logs and stuff, and then you cover that with some kind of organic material. And then there was also lasagna gardening, and that was where you make layers, and that was pretty interesting. But I could not get any one of those materials in enough amount to cover the entire garden, and the garden was a lot smaller back then. So thinking about it, everybody was pretty proud of their methods. So I thought, well, why can't we just mix it all together? And that first year, when it was just leaves, I went ahead and planted, and stuff grew better than it had ever grown, and I had almost no weeds. But the leaves disappeared very quickly. By the end of that summer, there was almost nothing left. And during that summer, we'd had pretty good rains, so the grass was growing pretty good. And I was a lot younger, and I did a lot more raking, and I had some pretty good piles going around the entire garden. I'm thinking, I'm going to mix this in. And when it became fall, I went ahead and started spreading that out over the garden, and that still wasn't enough. So I got more leaves, and I was able to find some wood chips. Not too many, so I just mixed it all together. And that next year, everything started to grow like mad, except the weeds. And that's how I settled on the deep mulch combination. Boy, these tomatoes don't take very long, they get out of hand. I know this seems extreme, but it's really good for the tomatoes. Opens them up, lets some air in here. You were with me when I did the other lines. I just hadn't quite got over to this one yet. So what I got here, we got some straw, we got some leaves, I've got some wood shavings, that goes down a little ways. Got some hay, but look how moist that is underneath there. And I can stick my finger straight in there. Look how dark and nice that soil is. That's why we use this. And you know, the mulch does not feed the plants. The mulch on top acts as an insulator. It keeps it cooler in the summer, it keeps it warmer in the winter, it retains moisture. And as it breaks down, the micro life, it feeds the bacteria and the fungus that feeds the bigger animals, The bacteria and fungus make the plant soluble material, turn this orange clay into this wonderful soil. And I learned that along the way. And it was simply because I didn't want to weed. And that's how I became a successful weed-free gardener and settled on the mixture of the mulch. And the thing about gardening, success is how you define it. I didn't want to weed anymore. That makes me successful. But the deep mulch also made it so that we've had something growing and coming out of the garden for over 3 years running. All summer, all winter. We're going to go ahead and have broccoli for dinner tonight. I'm very blessed with this garden. I just tend it. I just come out here and dump some leaves on it. I do stir in a little bit more organic material than that, but really that's all the work I do. And then we plant. It's God's garden, He does the rest. I just plant and I pick. You measure success the way you measure success. And I'm only taking the flowers off the top, and we're going to go ahead and let this continue to flower out, and we'll continue to harvest the small flowers as they come on. You can do this too. But my goal was not to use any chemicals. If you want to learn more about the living soil, click that link right there and I'll meet you right back here in the garden. If you want to learn more about the deep mulch, click that link right there and I'll meet you back here in the garden. And until next time, remember, take care of yourself, take care of your family, and God bless you. Come on, let's plant.
Let's go plant garden.